They can't stop the day we dissect the news. Flipping on the edge, choices you choose. Politics and laughter, a blend that's so real. Shooting for the stories that make you feel. With guests from every angle, let's bridge the divide. Finding the truth in the humor we can't hide. The Prime Directive, where the laughter's alive. Society's reflections, let's help each other thrive. Politics and culture, oh what a blend. Join on the journey, let's set the trend.
And Liesl has been working day and night on some of the new AI algorithm stuff.
No, I haven't.
Trying to use it synthetically with our humanity.
I don't know AI algorithms.
To create shorts.
Oh, shorts. I've been working
so that
with
we
shorts,
can create a broader audience and get some more people in.
Shorts on the highway.
Oh my God. But we can get people in. I swear to God, I'm going to start doing fart jokes.
Please do. I encourage you to.
We're not stopping you.
But so that's where we came from. This
and
crazy idea.
We don't want to be rage bait. That was what I was going to say about rage a long time ago, and I never came back to it.
Part of the manosphere. Oh. God.
Yeah, we're not manly men, are we?
Or the bro culture thing going on.
No. The what?
Bro culture. This is this new term I've seen come out there, which is just
no, we're not
bro culture.
We're not
Rogan
bros.
Stuff. And,
we're not in touch with our masculine side.
Hold on a second.
It's this. Well, I've seen some of the. It was a reaction to wokeism and that kind of stuff, but it's just become this really ugly. I don't know, anti-intellectual. Dare I say, dick measuring contest. It's a sad place for any young man to be and I understand like kind of where it comes from, but for young men who are out there listening to us, you don't have to follow these Theo Von guys and Elon Musk and stuff. It's an exploitative version of trying to cash in on your anger at a system that is unfair.
So you think the system is unfair?
Oh,
and
absolutely. It's the data. The data shows us that.
How so?
Well, if you look at Scott Galloway's book America in 100 Charts, he shows, and then of course Jonathan Haidt's work as well. But he shows how young people today, who are younger than you now. This is going to be like your average 30-year-old and under.
Are you saying that I'm not 30 anymore?
They're not going to. They're not going to do as well. They're not going to do as well as their.
Oh yeah, from my financial perspective,
and it's not just financial. It's marriage. It's marriage outcomes. It's life expectancy. It's a variety of drug addiction. Stress levels. Yeah. It's just there's a whole host of gamuts he shows, and there's a reason. It didn't just happen because, the bad roll of the dice. Starting in about the late 70s to early 80s, there has been a concerted effort by very powerful forces in society, and I don't want to get all conspiratorial, but there's been a very concerted effort by the believers of Milton Friedman's economic systems that the rich just couldn't get rich enough, and boy, you just got to destroy unions, and you can't, and boy, you just gotta vote for a B-rate actor who used to act in the series with monkeys, and you got to do all this other stuff, we're the product of decades of policies that the United States and Western world made with Thatcher as well, that have ended up becoming really destructive. I think we've seen their product, and we're living through it right now. We're living through an age of conspiracy, and nobody knows what's real.
Although I have to admit, it would be kind of interesting to see the individuals on the interwebs, trying to Google B-rated actor.
Oh yeah,
in a TV show.
I'm talking about Ronald Reagan. So, for those of you who don't know, there was a now long since dead president who was just good. And he's obviously not the entire cause. He's once again a symptom of a society that had decided to turn its back on complexity. He offered, great communicator, he offered simple solutions to complex problems. That's another Prime Directive. Be very, very careful of anybody offering simple solutions to complex problems. You want to be very, very careful. Carl Sagan talks about this, that when you don't have a skeptical mind, that you're just up for any charlatan and any flim-flam artist and any snake oil salesman who wants to make something sound simple when it's not, when it's complex and history. And there's this great social theorist, C. Wright Mills. He wrote in the 1950s talking about the sociological imagination, and he warns of this in his writing as well, that to have a sociological imagination means you understand that we're like a Venn diagram. We're like a combination of our history and our biography. We're this combination. And so it's all of history, human history, and then all of our genetics and our anthropology and our history and our family background and our social class and all this stuff. Our language, our customs, our ethnicity, our religion, you name it. And so we're this combination of stuff. So to reduce anybody down to just a simplistic thing, you want to be very careful. To have the sociological imagination means that you are naturally inoculated from the internet's simplistic, stupid viral clips that want to make things seem simple or rage baity or clickbaity and that kind of stuff. So,
and oftentimes I've noticed it's very recycled. A lot of the the memes, yeah. A lot of the things are very recycled, and it's this genuine echo chamber that does nothing other than to promote things that knows that it knows you will click watch it,
sure,
and has zero value.
Sure. Well, right. Zero value to your personal life. You can't control it. It's just there to just get you to click on the like and subscribe button and send $5 to
we
this.
We would never ask you to like and subscribe, although I would urge you to like and subscribe.
Or to visit our Patreon page. It really is just we're in a sad state of affairs, and so that's what this podcast is. This podcast, this YouTube channel is a place to see real conversations, unscripted, from people that have gone,
definitely unscripted.
Yeah,
have gone to college.
If you can't tell.
Yeah,
people that have gone to college. I would say each one of us are products of state university system, and so anybody coming from the right would say, "Oh, you're a bunch of communists," right? But I was a kid who grew up in a lower blue collar background, and just by the sheer tenacity of our talents, my dad playing trumpet and me playing drums, I had to work for decades to get out of the social class that I was born into. And even then, I had luck and had to take every opportunity and stuff just to even get where we are now.
How important, and just to go with that, how important is it to have perspective on where you were, where you are?
It's everything. It makes you grateful. It makes you aren't kowtowed by talking points. You hear things from the media and you can immediately just kind of go like, "Tink, that's bullshit." It makes you seek out places like Ground News, because I want to see who's funding this talking point. Who's funding this?
I have noticed a lot of great content creators, because in this we have to use this vernacular just because we live in this world now. Speak about Ground News, how important it is, how we really I am having such a hard time with
corporate media is dying. Corporate media is just dying. People are fleeing from traditional legacy media, corporate media,
especially
and you can see why.
New generations.
You can see why. You can see why. You're like, this is bullshit, And then for every one interesting
and we
story,
are not a paid sponsor.
No, we're not. But for every one story,
just fans.
We
fans.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we
get nothing.
Yes, we're just fans.
Yeah,
we get
fans of what they do,
and I use it. I pay for a subscription. I use it. So, but no, you can see why legacy media. It's they just whatever bleeds leads, and why people are just like, this isn't helping enlighten the world or make the world a better place. This is just infotainment. And then on the right,
rage bait.
Ooh, for you young gentlemen that are coming out of
people love to be angry. People like to be and the powers that be love to have people on edge and angry.
Exactly.
And
for you young people that are out there, you're getting cashed in on. You're getting cashed in on for your anger.
I mean, you guys have been speaking to young men. I completely get that. But just for young ladies that stumble across it, welcome.
Thank you. No, thank you for coming here, and we appreciate you. We want your contribution too. But we know that in particular, just because Admar and I are a conversation, we do know that young men are really struggling.
Totally.
Women have always had it. This is not to discount that women have ever had it easy ever. But right now, in this particular moment, young men are, they are turning towards fascism.
And this idea that men and women can't be friends is such bullshit.
This is my best friend. I married my best friend.
Yeah.
We're going on 27 years this year. So that's how we got financial independence. Because we don't have a perfect marriage, but we decided we were going to stay together.
This is as close as you can get to perfect.
Well, I know, I understand. Because Admar's, I know your
barely tolerable
perspective
marriage.
Is everything. I understand.
Barely tolerable relationship.
But I had to pull my head out of my ass as a young guy and figure out that I was being an asshole and a sexist. And I had grown up with that.
I was going to say, you didn't. That's what happens when you're a rock star.
You took
teenager,
women's studies classes before I did.
In college.
Yes.
But when I was a young teenage lad,
you mean like high school?
Yeah, coming out of high school.
Okay, well, I didn't know you then.
And don't you remember my gun collection?
Oh yeah.
I mean, guys, you're talking to a Second Amendment guy.
I know my guns.
I know my guns, and I was primed and ready to go to head down this road of being red pilled. I was ready to go.
Yeah.
And then I was lucky enough to have stumbled into the state university system and had some incredible teachers that gave me that perspective, the sociological imagination, that were patient with me because I was an idiot writer. I couldn't write to save my life, even though I had somehow gotten through high school. And then I met her
in a European history class.
And we just became friends. I was involved with somebody else, and she was involved with somebody else. And we just stayed friends, and over time,
it was a big old mess.
It was kind of a mess, but it was worth it. I was willing to.
It was a worthy mess.
Yeah. I was willing to grow, and our marriage has been that over the years. That we go through phases where I'm growing, and then I'm stable for a while, and then she's growing, and then she's stable, and then we just overlap, and I mean, it's weird how I've had to, and in a lot of ways I've had to mimic my parents, but in other ways I've had to not be like my parents at all in my marriage to make this work. We chose not to have kids. We did choose, so my New Year's resolution is to have 50 grandkids. No, and it's to look at her face.
You'll just have 50 puppies.
50 grand puppies.
Fur babies.
No, but it's this is our legacy, is our teaching and our the kids we teach at school, and then hopefully this that we can reach people and show that you don't have to follow. Oh God. Whatever it is, trad wives or whatever the hell is going on right now, or you don't have to follow these fads. You can find your own way, and you can be happy. Happiness really is a choice, and misery really is a choice. You can find a way to get through the hardship that you feel right now. And to say it's easy is bullshit. Anybody who says it's easy, switch that channel. Come over here. No, it's been a decades-long process, and you go through it. You've got to go through it. Lao Tzu and Zhuangzi, and they talk about this, that you swim with the river. You gotta swim with the river, because if you don't swim with the river, you drown. And Alan Watts talks about this. It's one of my favorite guys to check out on the interwebs. He's been dead since the 70s, but Alan Watts, and not the AI slop, find the real Alan Watts. He talks about this stuff too, of just finding your flow and listening to the universe, and then not getting too serious about things, even when they are serious. Letting go and quitting the control. I just stop. The universe is telling you, stop. The zeitgeist is even changing as we speak. Can you tell? The zeitgeist is changing. As much as Trump tries to do what he does, the universe responds in the exact opposite measure as to what is ever done with these people. So, So another New Year's resolution. I want to continue to read about more religions, even though I myself am pretty much a...
You're agnostic, aren't you?
Atheistic agnostic. I'm in between those two right there. If you were to put atheist together and agnostic, I'd probably fit in. Like who am I to say there couldn't be something that's out there? I would never be that arrogant. But boy, do I know it's not organized religion. Boy, do I know. I know that organized religion that doesn't have the answers, and hasn't since I was about 17 years old, leaving the Methodist church here in town, and then going on my journey through literature and mythology and that kind of stuff.
I'm just curious, and that's why I want to ask this question. Do you believe that religion does or should offer some comfort and...
Yes, absolutely. I know exactly what you're saying. It offers a respite. It's a balm. It's like a balm of Gilead. It's a place to put a weary mind when you really don't have anywhere else to go, and you didn't have education, you didn't have the university system, you didn't have private tutoring, you didn't have those advantages. And it can offer a pathway, because I do have wonderful religious people, and if you are religious, don't be offended, please. I'm never offended that somebody offers me a blessing, whether they be Muslim or Shinto or Christian, or I'm never offended. But just understand that everyone's journey does entail their own unique circumstances of their biography and their history. And so in my case, that entailed seeing hypocrisy within the Christian church that I just couldn't get over. And so I just left that behind, I haven't rejected it completely, right, because I still have friends that are religious, and I'm deeply respectful of their journey. That's the idea of being civil in civilization, letting people find their way, I just know for me, as I've read more literature, I'm getting into the YouTube shorts like Crash Course and stuff now for comparative religions, because I'm getting ready to teach that class. I see that people are it doesn't even matter what the religion is. People are seeking meaning. They're seeking something beyond the here and now. Ironically, that is what heaven is. That Alan Watts teaches. It is the here and now. But they're seeking a purpose. They're seeking a prime directive to guide them. And so when you're really you're completely lost, when you're a teenage kid, angry teenage kid, or the young men that are right now in society who are really angry, because they can tell that something's wrong, right? They know something's off. They know that it shouldn't be this way, right? Then religion offers, I would say, how should I put this? To me, I see religion as it's the first gate. Like you're on this huge journey, on this enormous plantation or house on a hill or whatever, and you got to go through this gate, right, to get up to the house that's on the hill. There's a mansion on the hill to explore the rooms and stuff. Well, you got to get through that first gate. And to me, religion is like, you finally figured out how to open that first gate, to get through. And it should be that. It should be that for whoever it needs it to be. But then once you get to the house, as in my case, then you're like, oh, I can close the gate back there. I don't need that gate was just one gate. I got through it. It got me up to the house. And now I'm in a house, and now I can start exploring the rooms of the house. And look at this. Ooh, there's the Taoist room over here. And ooh, there's the Buddhist room over here. Oh my gosh, this is incredible.
So you basically are, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you are viewing someone's journey as kind of like building a house, like a place for yourself to be, like to call your own.
It's a journey into like a sanctuary. And then you can draw upon all the traditions of all the world's religions to pull into you as your sanctuary. The Anglican tradition, the best Muslim traditions. There's some beautiful verses in the Quran about being kind to the stranger and a good steward to anyone who needs it. The Shinto religion offers beautiful understandings of divine wind, right? Kami. The kamikaze was originally divine wind, right? The idea is that you're going with the spirits to worship ancestors and bestow good luck upon your continued lineage, because it's one big lineage. African religions, there's been at least 10,000 religions on planet Earth that anthropologists that I have identified, and so each one of those traditions offers its own beauty and pitfalls, right? You don't want to get stuck behind the door of any one of them, in my opinion. That's why I see them as doorways. You know, you don't want to slam that door and throw away the key in the evangelical room. Or in America, in the world right now, it'd probably be more like the evangelical living room, because that's where 2.5 billion people live. But you want to just explore it and see what it has to offer, and realize that it's a big room. And it's going to need to have a lot of different understandings and patience, and moments where you're like, this is crazy. And other moments you're like, yeah, I'm really inspired by this. I can be inspired by this person's journey. So that's the metaphor I like to use. But yeah. All right. So let's continue with our... Okay, the year. The year
best
coming up
episodes.
Here. What do you think was our best episode of the year? What do you think? What was our best
or
episode?
Favorite
episode of the year?
Not objectively best, but maybe personal favorites. Because, it's hard to say objectively best.
Well, what might be it for you, Liesl? What do you think? Best episode of the year? If somebody wanted to check out one of our episodes.
Well, we were talking about it a little bit, and I feel like we all agreed it was really fun getting together with Janice Thorpe and her husband to learn about their sailing around the world.
Yeah. So they have really lived a Prime Directive.
Mm-hmm.
Their lives, the two of them, and what they're even doing right now is they're not waiting around to get anybody's permission for shit. They're off they go into the Atlantic Ocean on a boat, right? The two of them.
50 foot catamaran sailboat.
Off they go. And they're in their 50s, late 50s?
They started during COVID.
Yeah.
That was like their perfect
That's not even that long ago.
No, that's just a few years ago. And we went to Europe. And
well, they had done it before. They'd done it years and years ago. They did a world tour with their young children, and they went around the world in a year. And then she came back, and we were office partners. So this would have been like 25 years ago.
Yeah. And
they did it. And then they've been settled with their kids going all the way through K-12. And then when COVID hit, she and her husband upgraded their boat, and they just went off, and they were sailing around the world.
With their kids?
No, their kids are grown and married.
Oh.
Their daughter's married, their son's on his own. So the two of them upgraded their boat and just went out, and they were off and for like a year and a half. They were just at any given destination.
She would pipe in with like meetings, and Janice would be like, well, here I am on the boat, because they did the Starlink.
Yeah, like I'm off the coast of Croatia.
And you're like, my God.
And she has satellite internet, so she's got great connection, and she'd be on the deck and her hair would be blowing, and it's just
but
like,
have you
really...
ever been out in the middle of the ocean alone? You've been out
alone? No.
Yeah, That's their bliss. That Janice and Anthony, that's their bliss. I don't think I could do that.
Really?
First of all, you're bobbing around, and so my stomach would probably be like, ugh. And then I would be like one of those, fart spray dudes in the suit where I was like, blah, blah, blah. That would be me. But then, you're out there, and I mean, you are really out there.
Oh yeah, you're in the wilderness.
There is nothing out there. And if you were to fall overboard, oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Are you getting irked?
I get a little. I probably have an irrational fear of getting eaten by sharks or whatever.
Actually, I was going to say
I just, oh god.
Yeah, there is a term for that.
Is there?
Something talus.
Tell us in the comments. If you know what it is to get eaten by a shark.
I was going to say put it on there unless you can find it on the interwebs. Yeah. But there is the fear, the irrational fear of oceans, and it's talus something. But
I'm with other people, because I've gone scuba diving before. When I'm on a boat. Just fine. It's when you're alone.
You're really alone, and considering
really alone.
How many USOs are out there, it is just.
I would worry about her sometimes. I would track, because she sent everyone in the department these are the way to track the Moxie, because that's the name of their boat, and so we could watch where they were, because they would have to be tracked by the Coast Guard, so you could see.
Yeah.
But they also would plan a lot of their cross ocean, transatlantic trips with other people.
Sure.
Because, the pirate stuff, and
they have had some hairy moments. They've had some.
And
they had to run dark. They had to run dark to not be targets.
That was down in South America. In South America, they had to run dark.
Right? Was it by the Caribbean?
Yeah,
I think. They had to be really careful down there.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
then they had another one. Janice showed me a picture of the hurricane. Was it Wilma? One of the hurricanes, and they were on the tip, and they had miscalculated in the hurricane shift.
That she just showed us at Christmas when they were here,
and she was like, "Not." And so they had their full sails.
Imagine your engine brakes or your sail just falters.
And they're going the other way as fast as they can, but the storm is, these things are as big as continents.
Yeah.
And so they just will chase you down and.
Yeah.
And about your fear, I will share, just because you mentioned off the coast of Croatia, there's a great Croatian fisherman saying, and it's praise the sea, keep to the shore.
Keep to the shore, yeah.
Because it brings us all the seafood and
praise the sea because it's life-giving. Stay on the shore as much as you can.
Stay near the shore. Yeah, So that I think was really cool, because it's just a view into a completely different lifestyle that I will never live. But I grew up on the ocean. I love the ocean. I have to get to it every year. At least once a year I have to be near the water.
You're just there.
But I I'll never do that. I'll never live on a boat. That won't be something I will do in my lifetime. So living vicariously.
When you retire, we'll do a cruise.
Living vicariously through them was very, very cool. I think the episodes where we have had guests have been really, really special, because breaking those down into we've broken them down into smaller episodes. We usually have guests for several hours come and talk with us and then break them down. And it's just been really neat learning about what they do and their lives, and getting that glimpse into. We had our siblings. We had the super sibling episode. We had the Heroes of Higher Ed with several colleagues, and then you two interviewed just recently Dave, who's a franchisee
for a decade. And he's an interesting cat. Interesting boomer, right? I mean, just interesting boomer.
I was about to say interesting cat.
Interesting cat. Oh, he's a boomer.
Which, by the way, I know why Squirty is upset with me. She probably can smell the kitty cat.
She smells like...
She smells
the kitty, and then she acts like a shitty.
You be good.
I agree.
Girl.
I think my favorite episode is probably when we got to talk with Elena about
I was going to say,
leadership.
Yeah.
She was sitting right here, And she also is a co-author of the book coming out with Liesl that you'll want to check out.
One of my favorite people on earth.
Communication. She's a brilliant mind and just, and she's the future. She is the future, which is why Liesl is, thinking like she can actually maybe retire in a couple of years.
Leave it in good hands.
Because she feels like, there's a legacy to continue there. And
well, she's already running the leadership track, and so
incredible person. And just how many languages does she speak? 5?
Several. She speaks
6?
like Macedonian and I think a little. Didn't we determine?
A little Serbo-Croatian.
Portuguese, working on that.
Yes,
right? So
she was in Portugal during her sabbatical.
So just amazing stuff, and amazing person, and we wish her nothing but luck in her future, and she won't really even need that because she's got incredible talent. So
what is she doing?
Which, by the way, there goes a really there is a really interesting point to be made about communication, isn't there? Something really interesting about technology.
Yeah.
In terms of being able to communicate with anyone at any given point in time, regardless where you are in the world. But there's nothing that will ever replace your own ability to communicate face to face with no interface, nothing in between, to be able to understand the jokes, to be able to understand the mannerisms, just all the little nuanced aspects of communication. Nothing will match that.
And nonverbal is always more powerful than verbal.
Oh, of course. What is it?
Communication is
memory serves 60%, 70%.
I thought it was 80.
And if they're contradictory, if the verbal and nonverbal are contradictory, the nonverbal is believed over the verbal.
Lend us your ear. The Prime Directive's calling, so let's pass a beer. The Prime Directive, where the laughter's alive. Society's reflections, let's help each other thrive. Politics and culture, oh, what a